Hi everyone, I'm Sheriff Labrador, and today we're gonna play the Escape from Prison POMNI mode. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Dobie. Your support really helps us in completing the modes. Hit the like button and we will definitely escape from the POMNI prison.
POMNI locked us in this prison, Dobie. How do we escape from this lousy cell?
I think we can get out of this room through that vent. We should try to climb up there and break the grate.
We did it, yes. But now we have other challenges ahead. Hopefully, we can get through them.
This place has a lot of space, high ceilings, and a chasm right beneath us. I wonder, what is it for? Labrador, do you know?
No, Dobie, I don't know. Maybe it's part of their security measures. Oh no, are those spikes down there? All right, Sheriff, we need to be careful. We mustn't fall. All right, we're back in the vent, but this time it's shorter. Now we're in some sort of rainbow room. Very interesting.
Wow, what a bright room. Rainbow colors everywhere.
Yes, it is really beautiful, but wait, do you hear that noise?
Is that Pomni from the circus? And it looks like he's not here to entertain us.
Oh, Dobie, it looks like he's running straight at us. And he doesn't seem friendly.
Labrador, this is dangerous. We need to get rid of him somehow.
There! Let's run! I see a vent. It will help us. Come on, faster!
Phew, that was close. We've gotten ourselves into something strange again, Sheriff.
Yes, but this time it was really dangerous. Let's be more careful next time.
I agree. We must always remember that in this business, you never know what might be behind the next door. It could be an exit, or it could be a real challenge.
Wow, now we're in some kind of dungeon. It's beautiful and dangerous at the same time. Look up! I hope those huge things don't fall on our heads.
Yeah, it's mesmerizing and dangerous, but I'm more worried about the lava. We have to admit, we can't escape from the lava. But if our viewers hit the like button and subscribe, we won't have to worry about that, right, Labrador?
Of course, Dobie. No lava can stop us, especially with the support of our viewers. The lava is almost behind us. Thanks for liking and subscribing.
A little more. There. Yes! We made it past the lava. Great job, Sheriff Labrador. Now, what is this strange room with the long corridor?
Oh no, what's that huge ball? It's rolling straight at us. We need to do something. Just a little closer, and it would have flattened us like pancakes. Damn, what the...
All right, Sheriff. We need to quickly run to the opposite side so the ball doesn't crush us.
Great, done. I must admit, that was really close. Probably the most dangerous challenge today. Dobie, now we have to run to the other side again. Are you ready?
Run faster, we can make it, just a little more. Phew, Labrador, why do we always end up in such predicaments?
I don't know, Dobie. Now one last push and we'll get through this tough challenge. Come on, Dobie, let's run.
Yes, we did it, fantastic.
For me, this is a perfect moment to share some stories. Guys, subscribe and hit the like button and we'll move on to the story. Dobie, do you remember our adventure on the deserted island? We ended up there, and honestly, it was something else. A volcano, a beach, a full-on adventure. How did we even end up in such a place?
Yeah, Labrador, it was nothing like our usual assignments. We planned to just check out the island, and instead, we found ourselves in a real trial. I remember seeing that volcano, smoking, ominous. I thought right then that we needed to find a way out of this situation.
Exactly. The volcano was so active that we knew immediately it was dangerous to stay. But you know, it was amazing how we managed. I remember us starting to explore the island, searching for resources, and finding fallen trees on the beach. That's when I suggested building a raft to try and get out.
Yeah, and I gathered coconuts and berries so we'd have food and water. Building the raft took quite some time, but we managed. And I'll tell you, honestly, when the volcano started erupting, we were on the brink of panic. I could see the lava and ash starting to spread.
I remember that moment too. In fact, when we finally launched the raft into the water, I was so relieved that it held up. The waves were so strong that staying afloat was a real challenge.
Yes, the sea was no joke. We headed towards the direction where we saw a silhouette, and thankfully, it wasn't a mirage. I kept hoping that someone would notice us since we had drifted so far from the island.
And they did notice us. When we saw that ship, I felt like we were on the brink of salvation. The bright lights and the sound of the engines, it felt like a scene from a rescue movie. We quickly reached the ship and it took us to safety.
And that was the end of our island adventure. It turned out not to be as bad as it could have been. We came back home with a lot of stories and, of course, an amazing tale.
Yes, it was incredible. Every time I remember how we tackled that challenge together, I'm proud of our teamwork. I hope that in the future, we have less extreme assignments.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's nice to return to calmer work. But I'll never forget the day we conquered a volcano and survived on a deserted island. It felt like a real adventure novel.
Exactly, Dobie. It's time to relax and enjoy the peaceful days, and these memories will stay with us forever.
So, folks, how did you like this story? Did you enjoy it? If so, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Now, let's move on to the next story.
I remember how it all started. That day, Dobie and I were just checking messages when suddenly we got an urgent signal. Wild monkeys were attacking a major research center. Yes, that's right, a whole center. Scientific work, equipment, staff, everything was at risk.
Exactly, Labrador. It was pure chaos. At first, it seemed like a joke, but when we arrived, we saw that the monkeys had created a real storm. They weren't just taking food and materials, they were destroying everything in their path.
That's right. We discovered that the monkeys were using their skills to break into storage rooms and laboratories. Some of them were incredibly agile and seemed to be specially trained. We immediately realized that we needed to act decisively and cautiously.
Yes, and I remember how we decided to first analyze the situation. I quickly contacted the scientists to understand what could have caused such behavior in the monkeys. It turned out that they had been affected by an uncontrolled experiment conducted at the center.
We decided that we needed to find a way to neutralize the effects of the experiment and calm the monkeys down. It was clear that simply driving them out wouldn't be enough. Dobie and I devised a plan to create a special antidote that could return them to their normal state.
First, we gathered with the scientists and formulated the antidote. At the same time, we organized a team to distract the monkeys. I filled several containers with the antidote and, using our skills, headed towards the epicenter of the problem.
Yes, and we used our special traps and baits to prevent the monkeys from causing further damage. I remember how we assigned roles, and each of us carried out our part of the plan. In the end, we managed to distribute the antidote among the monkeys successfully.
The process was complicated, but fortunately, everything went according to plan. We saw the monkeys gradually returning to their normal state and their aggression decreasing. Eventually, we were able to safely lead them back to the forest where they could recover in their natural habitat.
And when we saw that all the monkeys had returned to normal life and the research center was back under control, we finally breathed a sigh of relief. It was an incredibly stressful day, but we managed.
Yes, and I'm proud that we were able to help. Sometimes even small interventions can save the world from disaster. So, although it was an unusual case, we came out victorious.
Exactly. We're bound to encounter more unusual situations, but I'm confident that, like this time, we'll handle them. The key is always to stay alert and act decisively.
Give us a like and subscribe so that the next story will be the most interesting one today.
Ah, Dobie, remember how we became sheriffs? It was quite an odyssey, and honestly, I never would have thought our path would lead us here.
Oh, I remember, Labrador, like it was yesterday. It all started in a small town where we both worked as sheriff's assistants. Do you recall our first joint assignment? It was fun and a bit scary.
Of course I remember. That case with the missing cat. It was our first real investigation. We were young and inexperienced, but we had a huge desire to help and do everything as well as possible.
Yes, and that's when we really saw how important the role of a sheriff is. At first, it seemed simple, but as we started dealing with situations, it turned out that every case requires attention, patience, and the ability to act quickly.
True. And I remember how, after that investigation, we were offered to become full-fledged sheriffs. It was a big step. We discussed a lot whether we were ready for it, and in the end, we decided to give it a try.
And that was the beginning. We got our badges and started working. The first week was a real trial. Lots of paperwork, new cases, and of course, a bunch of unfamiliar faces.
Exactly. Over time, we grew more confident in our roles. Every case, every challenge strengthened our friendship and professionalism. We learned not only to solve problems, but also to connect with different people.
And looking back now, we can say that our journey wasn't easy, but we don't regret the choice we made. Being a sheriff isn't just a job, it's a calling. And I'm glad we walked this path together.
Me too, Dobie. It's been a true adventure, full of challenges and victories. Now we know that we can handle any difficulty. And who knows what new challenges await us ahead. Exactly, Dobie. Onward to new challenges and adventures.
Guys, Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hello, everybody. This is Dobie, but I'm not alone.
I'm here too. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to escape from the running head.
But it's not that simple because we have a lot of difficult challenges ahead.
Yeah, that's right, Dobie. But since we're sheriffs, no challenges can scare us.
Look, we've encountered the first running head, but it's very slow, so we can ignore it.
But we shouldn't lose our vigilance because there are probably a lot of traps here.
This maze is very simple. There's not even a ceiling, so we can peek to see how to get to the end.
Great, they won't catch us behind this barrier.
I want to see how smart they are.
That was a bit risky, but I also love taking risks. It's a big part of our job, after all.
Yes, but the key is to always think through your actions in advance and have a backup plan in case things go wrong.
Listen, they're getting really close to us. We need to watch our tails.
They walk so weirdly, and now they're stuck together. It looks like they're kissing.
I agree. I can't even imagine how they walk without legs.
Look, there's this gigantic one blocking our path to the finish. Let's find a way around it.
Oh, I see. It looks like it was a test of attention. We went through similar tests when we became sheriffs.
There are 3 heads in a narrow passage here. We'll need to use some parkour skills.
Oh no, they're kissing again. Let's turn away so they don't distract us. Maybe they're doing it on purpose to make us stumble.
Oh, he looks like that giant one, but luckily he's very slow and not very bright. We can easily outsmart him.
I think we're nearing the end of the first stage. Most likely, it's just beyond... Oh, there was a little trap here. That's exactly what happens when you lose focus. But since we're not on a mission, it's not a big deal. Always play for fun, guys.
Well, you were right. This stairs led to the portal to the next stage.
We continue. It seems we've entered some wooden house. There are 2 doors here. Let's go left.
Oh, he's standing with his back to us. Although it doesn't have a back, so I guess it's facing away with its nape.
Here we need to slip through very quickly because he's distracted by another hole in the wall.
Listen, I don't even know. Oh, I meant to say that I don't know where we need to go. Why did he stand unpredictably around the corner?
I think it's deliberately done by the author to scare us. As for where we're going, I'm not sure myself. Since the monitor can't emit smells, we can't find the exit using our dog instincts, so we're going blindly. But the main thing is not to turn around to avoid going back to the starting point.
Great! We've reached the checkpoint, which means we're halfway through the maze. Usually, checkpoints aren't placed just for fun, so there might be danger ahead of us.
Oops! Let's quickly crawl into the gap before this head regains consciousness.
Another checkpoint. Great! Seems like it's a new element of the challenge. We need to veer off the path in time before this head catches us right in its mouth.
Oh my god, we got a bit distracted and missed the turn. Well, no big deal. We understood the gist, and we'll quickly get back to the same spot.
Remember, Lab, how we spent nights playing horror games as kids?
Of course, those evenings with popcorn and an old computer, we cursed that eerie monastery 100 times.
I wonder how that has influenced our work now.
I think it taught us not to panic in dark corners. Remember when we first encountered that strange case in the abandoned mine?
Yeah, all those sounds and rustling. It felt like something out of an old game back then, too.
But thanks to our childhood fascination, we remained composed and figured out the situation. No mystique, just work.
And strangely enough, it still saves us to this day. I'm glad we spent those evenings in forgotten horrors together.
Me too, Dobie. In our world, every day can be like a horror movie, but we're always ready for it.
So, here we are at the 3rd stage of this place. Continuing on. It seems like another maze.
I hope this one will be more interesting and challenging, because the first one was boring, but I understand. It was just preparing us.
On this level, a lot of new mobs have been added. They even scare me a little. Brr, it's creepy.
I agree, but we shouldn't let fear take over, because it's deliberately designed to scare us and prevent us from completing this level. So, let's gather our strength and move forward, ignoring the obstacles.
By the way, speaking of strange creatures, Labrador, do you remember how we saved the town from mutant snakes? Let's tell that story. The day started like any other, but everything changed when reports came in about strange incidents in the town. People were talking about snakes that had once been harmless, but had now evolved, growing arms and legs. They began attacking people and taking over the streets. Labrador and I immediately headed to the scene.
Later, it turned out that all of this was orchestrated by an evil scientist from a neighboring town. He had made a bet with other scientists that he could take over our town and receive a reward from the government for it. When we arrived in the town, we saw real chaos. The mutant snakes were armed and organized, attacking the residents. Our first priority was to rescue people and restore order. We needed to act quickly and develop a plan.
We gathered a team of brave assistants and began a counterattack. Our efforts were focused on ensuring the safety of the people and identifying weaknesses in the snake's defenses.
Hold on a second, Dobie. We need to pause the story for a bit. We've just completed another stage. Good job!
So, where did I leave off? During one of our operations, we managed to capture one of their leaders, a huge snake with a head in command. He revealed that they planned to take over the town and make it their new home.
With our knowledge and resourcefulness, we devised a plan to stop these mutants. We used special tactics to weaken their defenses and reduce their numbers. The battle was fierce, but thanks to our endurance and friendship, we emerged victorious.
It seems like we're in a more modern house compared to the second stage. Here, it looks like Stone Age heads live, given the stone walls around us.
Oops, we've accidentally reached the starting point again, but no worries. Let's go back and turn in the other direction now.
Oh, these challenges are still very simple. It seems like this place is designed for children rather than sheriffs.
I'm also a bit disappointed by that, but I'm optimistic that a very challenging trial will come soon.
Ouch, that was unfair from the developer. I would have made that jump because I have very good reflexes. Oh well, let's forget about it.
Dobie, what do you think about these heads? Where do you think they came from?
To be honest, I don't even know which universe or game they're from, but I do know for sure that they're very popular on the internet, and they're quite creepy. Perhaps that's why they're popular. Their distinctive feature of having a face painted with white makeup and poorly applied lipstick.
Did you see that head around the corner? We almost ran into it. Once again, good reflexes saved us.
Oh, again! What are they doing there? Maybe they were also trying to jump over something and got stuck there forever?
That's a good theory. Well, we've completed another stage. Let's move on.
I hope it will be more interesting there.
All right, we've spawned in a new location. It seems to be a maze, but not a simple one. A transparent maze. What the heck?
Don't get disappointed so early, Sheriff Labrador. For some reason, you can't see through glass to other glass. I must have forgotten my school physics. But will we also be hindered by women's heads?
I thought those heads reproduced by budding, but it turns out the women were just on another level. Now it makes sense.
These women are prettier than those heads, but they still look ugly.
Oh no, we're stuck. Listen, this glass is really confusing. It seems to create very strange visual effects. Normally, such effects are caused by glasses.
Let's lighten the mood by remembering the funny story about how we rescued a school kid who was fooling around with a fire extinguisher and got stuck in a tree. Recently, Labrador and I had a special day, a tour for school children. We arrived at the school with a fire truck, an ambulance, and a police car to show the kids how our service works. The children were thrilled, especially when they were allowed to climb into the vehicles and try out being rescuers.
Everything was going smoothly until we noticed one of the students, a little rascal named Tim, quietly sneaking over to the fire truck and stealing a fire extinguisher. We thought he just wanted to play, but suddenly we heard screams. It turned out that Tim had activated the fire extinguisher and ended up in a tree, covered in foam.
I sense something's off here. We need to check carefully. The situation was critical. Tim was hanging from a branch, tightly gripping the fire extinguisher, and looked terrified. I immediately ran to the tree while Labrador coordinated the children to keep them away.
While Dobie climbed the tree, I calmed the children and explained that Tim would be safe. Thanks to his agility, Dobie quickly reached Tim. He spoke to him in a calm voice, convincing the boy to let go of the fire extinguisher and hold onto the branch.
This is a very strange challenge. Some heads are falling, while others aren't. When I reached Tim, he was on the verge of tears. I gently took his hand and helped him down. Tim was okay, but shaken. We talked to him about the importance of being careful and listening to adults.
Great, we've completed another stage. Moving on to the sixth one. I wonder how many there are in total. After that incident, we continued the tour, but with new safety rules. The children understood that safety is not a game. At the end of the day, everyone thanked us for the exciting lesson and promised to be more careful.
This day showed us that even the most ordinary events can unexpectedly turn into extreme situations. The main thing is that we are always ready to help and protect those who need it.
Hi guys, turns out we're only halfway through this place. Later on, it's gonna get really tough, which we're really happy about. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye. Hey everyone! This is already the second part of our escape from the running heads.
Hey, hello again, everyone. Be sure to watch the first part of our video if you haven't seen it yet.
Now we're on stage 6. As you can see, we're in some kind of dark house.
It's very gloomy here. Good thing we have a flashlight with us.
We're sheriffs, so let's move further down this dark corridor.
Oh, look, a running head just appeared. I hope it didn't notice us.
It's very dumb and slow. We'll easily escape from it.
These heads are everywhere, but I don't think they pose a threat to us.
Yes, Dobie. We've been trained for much tougher situations in sheriff training.
Wow, what's a giant soccer ball doing here? Are they playing soccer here while no one's around?
Where do you think these heads came from?
I think they were brought here by aliens on UFOs.
Maybe they came here by themselves? It looks like they belong to some ancient species that we haven't seen yet.
They're very creepy, that's for sure. And those eyes, they seem to follow you wherever you wanted to go. Oh no, it was a trap. We should have anticipated that.
I agree. We need to think ahead. But that trap wasn't visible there. And those pink lips, why do they need this weird makeup? I got goosebumps on my skin. We'd better keep an eye on them. There may be problems if they start wandering around the city.
Look, we've moved on to a new stage. If we keep moving at this speed, we'll get out of here very soon.
Oh, did you notice how cool this stage is? It's like we're playing an old 2D game. I loved playing 2D games as a kid.
I enjoyed playing them too. I've completed a lot of games back in the day. For example, Super Mario.
Guys, you all remember who's the best parkourist in town, right? My skills will help us breeze through this stage quickly.
Actually, while I was helping you learn, my skills were also improving. So now we're about at the same level.
That's awesome, Dobie. Together, we can focus our strengths on one problem.
Let's pick up the pace here.
Wow, what's that giant two-headed monster?
Oh no, we fell into their trap again. We should have jumped over them from above.
No worries, Dobie. Let's just think more carefully from now on.
Safety is my middle name. You can count on me.
We need to be more careful here. They can easily reach us.
They won't catch us. After all, we're sheriffs who are very good at our job.
Oh, look, it's turned into a maze here. The main thing is not to get lost in it.
Of course, we won't get lost here.
I don't trust this arrow. Let's go the other way.
Oh no, it's another cleverly planned trap. We should have followed that arrow.
No, Dobie, there's a trap there too. I saw another passage here.
Then lead us to that passage. Hopefully now, everything will be safe.
See, I told you so.
Let's move faster and progress quickly. I'm getting tired of this 2D world already.
I think we're almost there, so let's push a little harder.
Oh, could this road lead to the exit? I hope there are no elaborate traps on it.
You're right, Dobie. I can already see the exit to the next level.
Oh yes, we're back in the 3D world, but now it's very cold here, and there are lots of these heads around.
Guys, write in the comments if it's snowing where you are this winter or not.
I really like winter. I enjoy playing snowball fights and building snowmen.
Playing snowball fights with you is always fun, Dobie. I hope we can play together again sometime.
Oh, look, this game is just like the one from Squid Game. I hope we don't fall into the abyss.
It's getting harder and harder to move through the snow. I think it would be better if it melted right now.
I agree with you, even though I love the snow. But a miracle won't happen.
Oh no, that head caught us again. I think we need to watch more carefully where we're going.
We have to overcome all these challenges through the hard and loose snow. So let's not get discouraged.
Dobie, I was thinking about something. Have you ever thought about the benefits that video games give us?
Of course, Labrador. I think there are many benefits to games. They not only entertain, but also develop skills. Take strategic games, for example. They help improve our logical thinking and planning skills.
That's right. And I've noticed that puzzle games help train the brain, improving our cognitive abilities and memory. And they also help train our reflexes.
I agree. Another thing I like is that many games promote social interactions. In online games, you can chat with friends or even make new acquaintances.
Exactly, especially in team games, where communication and coordination are important. This can help develop teamwork skills and leadership qualities.
Look, the exit to the next level is already here.
Wow, we've landed in space on some unknown planet.
I've never been to other planets before, and I didn't think I'd be so lucky this time.
This planet is so strange. It's all covered in some kind of jelly. I hope we don't fall into it.
I don't want to bathe in that jelly either. It's so gross, slimy, and slippery.
It seems to me that this planet wasn't originally like this. It looks too unnatural. I think those heads transformed the planet into a testing ground.
That's not a bad guess. Perhaps that's exactly what happened.
It's getting a bit warm here. I think it's because we're closer to the sun than on Earth.
Our next challenge looks very difficult, but I hope we can handle it.
Of course, we're super cool sheriffs after all.
Phew, that was close. We almost fell, and that head almost caught us.
Wow, we're really lucky, aren't we? Today, luck is on our side.
Luck is always good to have. If you believe in luck, it will always be with you.
Sure, since it's so hot here, let's remember the story of how we saved the city from the heat.
Of course, it's a very exciting story.
It was a scorching summer day, the kind that made you long for shade and a cool breeze. But instead of relief, we found ourselves facing a crisis that threatened our town like never before. Temperatures soared to unprecedented heights, and crops withered in the fields. People were collapsing from heat exhaustion, and our lakes were drying up. It was clear. Global warming had hit us hard and fast.
As sheriffs of our beloved town, Labrador and I knew we couldn't sit idly by. We had to act, and act quickly. Our first step was to rally the community, urging everyone to conserve water and electricity. But we knew we needed more than just conservation to save our town.
We dug deep into research, reaching out to scientists and experts who confirmed our worst fears. Unless drastic measures were taken, our town would become uninhabitable. But amid the despair, we found hope.
We devised a bold plan to combat the rising temperatures. With the help of engineers and volunteers, we planted thousands of trees around the town to create natural shade and absorb carbon dioxide. It was a monumental effort, but we couldn't afford to fail.
Simultaneously, we launched a campaign to install solar panels on every public building and encourage households to switch to renewable energy sources. The sun, once our foe, became our ally in generating clean power.
Oh, while we were telling our story, we managed to advance to the next level.
I didn't notice that either. Let's finish telling our story now.
It wasn't easy. There were setbacks and doubts along the way, but our community rallied together like never before. People volunteered their time and resources, businesses adapted their practices, and schools educated the next generation about the importance of sustainability.
Months passed, and slowly but surely, we began to see the effects of our efforts. Temperatures stabilized, and the greenery we planted started to flourish. Our lakes filled up again, and the air felt cleaner. We had fought back against global warming and won.
Looking back, it wasn't just about saving our town. It was about proving that when a community comes together with determination and a shared goal, anything is possible. Our town stands today as a beacon of resilience and hope in the face of climate change. And Labrador and I couldn't be prouder to have led our community through this challenging but ultimately triumphant chapter.
With this story, I didn't even notice that we were navigating through an obstacle course in the air.
Oh, I didn't notice that either. The main thing is not to fall down.
We can't just fall on our own. It's only if we get hit by traps set by those heads.
Yes, those traps can be surprisingly complex sometimes.
I think they spent years developing those traps. They've honed them so well on others that now we're facing quite a challenge.
Wow, we're jumping on clouds. They're so soft.
If only all beds were that soft.
Ah, why did you have to remind me about beds? I would gladly lie down on a comfy bed right now.
Oh, look, we're already approaching the next level.
Let's go quickly.
Oh, we're on a new level again, and now we're riding bicycles.
I love bicycles too. Even though they require physical effort, I enjoy the process.
We're really speeding up. I've never ridden a bicycle this fast before.
I've only ridden this fast on a motorcycle before, but now on a bicycle too. It's a very unique experience.
Here, we need to ride very carefully, or else those heads will crash into us.
Labrador, let's talk about something interesting.
I've been thinking about our town's transportation. Do you think it's time to upgrade our old school rideshare system?
Oh, hold on with such interesting topics. We got swept away by an air current. We need to be more careful.
All right, let's continue.
It could be a good idea, Labrador. Those classic rideshares have their charm, but maybe it's time for electric scooters or bikes. They're eco-friendly and great for short trips.
Electric scooters, huh? They're fast and convenient for zipping around town. Plus, they're popular with the younger crowd.
Exactly. And bikes are versatile too. They could help reduce traffic congestion and promote healthier living. What do you think about adding bike lanes?
Bike lanes could be a game changer, Dobie. It would make commuting safer and encourage more people to pedal to work or run errands.
Autonomous shuttles could be a hit, Labrador. They're safe and could provide convenient transportation for tourists and locals alike.
It's all about balancing tradition with progress, Dobie. Let's gather some community input and see what options they'd support.
Agreed, Labrador. Finding the right mix of modern and sustainable transportation options could really improve our town's mobility and appeal.
I think we can consider that we've escaped from those heads now.
I agree. Let's move on to the next place.
Hello, everyone. Today we will be escaping from the Dog Day prison.
Hi, everyone. Dobie is here, too.
As you can see, we're behind bars, and our goal today is to escape from here.
Could it be that he locked us up as revenge for our past escapes from his friends?
Let's quickly climb into this ventilation shaft. I think we can get out of this cell through it. Look, there's a corpse here. He probably tried to escape too, but it didn't work out for him.
Let's keep climbing higher and higher. I think this will help us get out of here faster.
Oh, look, there's a red button here. We need to press it.
Let's jump on these platforms. I hope they don't fall down.
Oh, look, there's another ventilation shaft here. I think there are so many ventilation shafts in this house for a reason.
Hooray! We're finally done with the ventilation shafts. Look over there. Dog Day is nearby. We need to be careful.
Oh, there are so many corpses here. We should make sure we don't end up like them.
Dog Day is running right behind us. We need to break away from him quickly.
Look at that arrow. I think we should follow it.
Let's jump on these pipes. They should lead us somewhere farther away from Dog Day.
I think they won't catch us here. We're too high off the ground.
Even though we're safe, we need to be careful, or we could fall down.
Let's quickly drop down. I think they definitely won't reach us there.
Oh, there are a lot of corpses here again. It seems like they didn't manage to escape from here.
I hope the stalls are empty. I wouldn't want to encounter anyone there.
Wow, let's dig this hole even bigger. I think then we'll be able to get out somewhere.
Let's dig even better.
Oh, we fell into a secret room. It's so big.
Woo, there's lava below. We need to try not to fall in, or we'll get roasted.
Yeah, we need to jump carefully. I don't want to get roasted like a KFC chicken.
I was just thinking, where did the lava come from here? Are we really this close to the Earth's core?
I think we're not that close. This lava is probably artificial.
Wow, that's a giant skull. It looks intimidating.
Those are some deep pits. We need to be careful not to fall into them.
Well, we can handle it.
Look, there's a whole road here. I think we should go there.
That's a huge road. It could accommodate 1,000 trucks at once.
Look, there's a giant ball flying above the road. We need to hide from it.
That ball was gigantic. Good thing it didn't crush us.
I wonder where they get such enormous balls from.
I think they have a whole factory for producing them.
Look, I think we should go there. That's probably the entrance to a new zone.
Maybe? Yeah, here we go again. Something new.
There are a bunch of corpses here again. We need to escape from here as quickly as possible.
Dog Day is here again. We need to make sure he doesn't catch up with us.
He's very close to us. Just a little more, and he'll catch up with us.
We need to get to that ladder. Most likely, Dog Day won't be able to climb it.
Yeah, Dog Day didn't follow us. Now our task is to climb up.
I think it shouldn't be too difficult. After all, we're sheriffs.
Look, we're almost at the top already. That was easy.
Look, there's some lever over there. We need to press it.
Oh, wow! We activated the elevator. I hope it doesn't take us right into Dog Day's jaws.
You seem quite worried. Everything will be fine.
Here we are. We've arrived. New adventures await us.
Wait a minute. I see a familiar vending machine on the left.
Oh, another red button. I love pressing these.
Judging by the lightning, we're about to become very fast.
Yeah, we're really fast now. I think we can overcome any obstacles.
They've prepared a huge obstacle course for us. Where do they find the time for all this?
I think they built this a long time ago. It's just that not many people have managed to escape until now.
But that's not a problem for us. After all, we're really cool.
Hey, Labrador, let's tell the story of how we dressed up as Poppy Playtime characters for Halloween.
It was a crisp October evening and the town was buzzing with excitement for Halloween. Dobie and I, always up for some festive fun, decided to surprise everyone with our costumes. We had been fans of the eerie indie game Poppy Playtime, so we donned our best renditions of Huggy Wuggy and Poppy.
As Huggy Wuggy, I sported a giant plush suit with glowing eyes and oversized hands. It was surprisingly comfortable for something so monstrous looking. Labrador, on the other hand, transformed into Poppy with a sleek black and white costume, complete with a signature doll-like mask, an eerie smile.
Decked out in our costumes, we patrolled the streets, much to the delight and occasional fright of the townsfolk. Children giggled and asked for pictures, while adults marveled at our dedication to the theme. It was all in good fun, and we were thrilled to spread some Halloween cheer.
Of course, being sheriffs, our duty didn't stop with just costumes. We made sure everyone stayed safe during trick-or-treating, reminding drivers to watch out for excited kids crossing the streets and ensuring that everyone followed the rules of the night.
As the evening wore on, we joined the town's Halloween parade. leading the way with our larger-than-life personas. The sight of Huggy Wuggy and Poppy strolling down Main Street brought smiles to faces young and old, and we couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in bringing a bit of magic to our community.
When the night finally came to a close and the last candy had been handed out, we gathered with friends and neighbors to share stories and laughter. Our costumes may have been inspired by a spooky game, but the camaraderie and joy we felt were truly heartwarming. Another Halloween in the books, and we couldn't have asked for a better way to celebrate with our town.
As we took off our costumes and bid farewell to the festivities, we knew that the memories of this Halloween, dressed as characters from Poppy Playtime, would linger for years to come. It was a night of community, creativity, and a reminder that even sheriffs need a bit of playful fun now and then.
Enough with the story. We're moving at high speed and jumping over a chasm. We need to be careful.
Oh, a ladder going up. We're climbing higher and higher. They must have intentionally built such a complicated obstacle course.
Oh, a huge fan lifting us up. This is really thrilling.
Ventilation again. I think they intentionally connect passages like this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
A new room, new adventures ahead, Dobie.
Oh, look, Dog Day is here again. He's everywhere chasing us. We need to find a way to escape from him again.
I think we can't just escape like that. We'll have to defeat him.
Then we need to do it as quickly as possible, or we won't make it out alive.
Let's run to that Foodzuka. I think we can defeat him with its help.
Let's shoot at him as often as possible. That way, we'll deal with him faster.
We'll have to shoot a lot, but we're very accurate. They trained us well in shooting during our sheriff training for a reason.
We need to be careful. He's shooting back at us, and it's slowing us down. We'd better start dodging.
We're already dodging. He's just a good shot, too.
We're almost there. Let's finish this.
Of course, let's start bombarding him with tomatoes.
Let's make a couple of final shots.
Hooray, we finally defeated him. After all this time, we did it.
Hey, Labrador, let's tell the story of how we saved the city from a dreadful virus.
It started with whispers and worried glances among the townsfolk. Rumors of a mysterious illness spreading quickly through our community turned into a grim reality, faster than we could comprehend. Dobie and I, as sheriffs sworn to protect our town, knew we had to act swiftly and decisively.
The first cases were unsettling. People fell ill with symptoms that worsened rapidly. The hospital filled up and fear gripped the streets. But amidst the panic, Labrador and I remained determined to stem the tide of this deadly virus.
We coordinated with local health officials and medical experts, setting up emergency response teams to isolate and treat the infected. Every public space was sanitized, and quarantine measures were enforced rigorously to prevent further spread.
As the virus continued to spread, we faced challenges unlike any before. Misinformation and fear threatened to undermine our efforts, but we remained steadfast in our mission to protect every resident, regardless of the obstacles.
We launched a massive public awareness campaign, educating the community about hygiene practices, social distancing, and the importance of staying informed from credible sources. It was a race against time, but we couldn't afford to lose.
Days turned into weeks, and our resolve was tested. We worked tirelessly, day and night, coordinating resources, delivering supplies, and ensuring that no one was left behind. The toll on our town was immense, but so was the strength of our unity.
Finally, breakthroughs came. Medical teams made progress in treating the virus, and new protocols for testing and containment were implemented successfully. Gradually, the number of new cases began to decline, and hope returned to our streets.
Yo, Labrador, enough with the story. We've got Dog Day to deal with here. We need to defeat him, or he'll crush us.
He created a giant robot with a funny yet frightening face. I hope it doesn't eat us whole.
Oh, we broke one of his arms. Now we need to shoot at the other one.
I'm doing just that. Hopefully his other arm will break soon too.
We're almost there. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, almost done. Just a couple more shots.
Hooray! We defeated Dog Day, the main one. It wasn't easy, but we did it.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but as sheriffs, we had to do it.
Look, there's a police car over there. I think we should get in and drive away as far as possible.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get out of here as quickly as possible.
Let's speed up as fast as we can and fly down this road quickly.
Look at all the escapees around us. They've gone through the same path as us. I bet it wasn't easy for them either.
There are so many of them, but I'm happy for them. Now they can live a free life.
I'm happy for them too. Their families must have been waiting for them, and now they are free.
Don't forget, we're in a game. I think it's not as bad as you said.
Look, there's some kind of structure over there. Let's climb up there.
Yes, let's do it quickly.
I think it's built specifically for observing the territory. We'll have a better view of everything around from there.
You're probably right. That's likely why it was built.
Here, to get up there, you need to do some parkour. It's definitely not built for regular people. Not everyone can overcome such obstacles.
Well, that's it. I think we've escaped.
Hello, dear friends. Today, Dobie and I will be playing the scariest map in Roblox, Doors. We are in for a lot of mysterious challenges, and most importantly, we'll be accompanied by various jump scares and a creepy atmosphere throughout the journey. We hope you enjoy watching.
Yes, hello everyone. That's right, Sheriff Labrador. The fans have been asking us to play this map a lot. Thanks to all the likes and comments. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, we've already passed through 2 rooms.
Dobie, finally, we'll test your mettle. You always say you're not afraid of anything, but on all the maps we've played, you've always tucked your tail in fear. Ha ha ha!
Let's focus on the game, Labrador. I hope you didn't forget to put on a diaper yourself.
Look at how many people are with us. I think they, like us, decided to test their nerves. Dobie, how often do you play horror games alone? I get really scared when I'm by myself. It's always less scary with friends.
I don't really like playing alone either. It's definitely calmer with friends. Plus, you can always chat and share interesting stories with friends. It's strange. We're already at the 10th door and haven't encountered a single monster. Maybe the game glitched?
I don't think so, Dobie. These kinds of games love to wait for just the right amount of time, and then a really scary monster suddenly jumps out at you.
Ah, did you see the lights flicker? I think that's a sign that a monster is about to attack.
What? Where did we get teleported to? What should we do? We probably just need to keep moving forward and not look back. It's really scary.
Oh, I get it. We can't just keep moving forward. Let's be careful and watch out for any signs or clues.
Exactly, Dobie. When the turnaround sign appears on the screen, we need to make sure we don't miss it. I hope our whole team handles this monster, or it'll be even scarier alone. By the way, where is everyone? Maybe they got teleported to a nearby room? If that's the case, how does this monster track each player? Maybe there are several of them.
You mean several identical monsters? That's not a bad theory. Maybe we're being teleported to different worlds altogether.
Yes, we defeated the first monster. Looks like our whole team is okay too. Great job, Dobie. It seems there are 2 doors here and only 1 is correct. Do you remember the number of the previous door? It seems it was the 11th door. Oh, there's no 12th door here at all.
I definitely remember that the previous door was number 13. It seems the girl sacrificed herself for our team. Oh no, she's fine. But it must have been painful.
What's that blue light? Could it be another monster attacking us so quickly? I better just walk past as quickly as possible. It's not bothering me anyway. Looks like it was harmless.
We've already encountered 2 monsters. I wonder how many more there are. Please write in the comments. What do you think, Sheriff Labrador? How many doors will we pass today? Judging by our pace, we have a chance to reach the 100th door and beat the game. I really hope so.
I think we'll reach the 50th door. While you were talking, we met an absolutely identical monster with a blue glow. It seems to exist solely to psychologically scare us with its presence. Such jump scares only work on kids. But we've seen worse, haven't we? Perhaps the farther we go, the more frequently we'll encounter monsters. I wonder if it's possible for there to be 10 monsters in one room at once.
Let's keep going. I think we'll encounter a new monster soon. And here comes an attack. The lights are flickering again. Let's run into the closet.
Well, where is it? Was that attack fake and they just scared us? Listen to the sounds. Something cracked, probably the light bulbs.
It seems like we're about to suffocate. We should have practiced holding our breath. Ah, did you see that? Someone just ran by. It's a new monster.
We've already passed 20 rooms, though I don't see one of our team members. Hopefully he'll catch up if you're not dead. Here's a grill. Is this the end? Oh no, it seems we need to do something in the basement to open the gate of the grill. Maybe we need to find something like a button or a lever.
Yes, I think there will definitely be something useful here. Maybe even a flashlight. I think I see a lever behind the grill. Great. He did it.
Let's tell the guys a scary story with an unexpected ending about how you and I went on a spooky quest.
Oh no, just don't remind me of that. I just forgot.
Once I, Sheriff Labrador, along with my partner Dobie, decided to unwind a bit and accept an invitation to a new quest that had opened nearby our precinct. It was called the Labyrinth of Horrors, and we were assured it would be a fun experience. We arrived at the quest, and right at the entrance, we were greeted by an ominous atmosphere. Dim lighting, gloomy decorations, and eerie sounds. But we were confident. What could frighten 2 sheriffs who had been through so many trials?
As we entered the maze, I was full of determination to prove that we weren't easily frightened. The first rooms were amusing, strange sounds and flashes of light. But the further we went, the scarier it became. In one of the rooms, vicious creatures suddenly appeared. Labrador seemed unfazed, but I could feel my heart pounding more and more. It was especially terrifying to encounter a huge wolf that unexpectedly leaped out of the shadows. We kept going, and the tension was mounting. At one of the turns, we were confronted by a group of terrifying clowns, their menacing grimaces and sinister laughter making me flinch. I tried to hold it together, but fear was starting to take over.
In one of the last rooms, just when we thought nothing could be scarier, a huge bear with glowing eyes suddenly leaped out from around the corner. Dobie flinched and I felt him wobble slightly. At that moment, I heard a faint sound and realized that Dobie was genuinely scared. I looked at him and saw a dark stain spreading on his pants, which amused me a lot, but I tried not to show it. We hurried towards the exit, where the quest operator greeted us with a wide smile on his face. We pretended like everything was under control, but I knew that this experience would stay with us for a long time.
Wow, I'd rather forget about it forever, like a bad dream. Why did you record it on video? Now everyone will find out about it. How am I supposed to walk down the street calmly now?
Don't worry, you don't get recognized on the street as often as I do. By the way, do you remember the number of the last door? It was 29, so we should go to the 30th. Hey, girl, this way for us. Open this door.
Oh no, she can't hear you. Write in the chat. But you don't have to write anymore. I hope she survived. Let's just open this door ourselves.
Wow, we found a lockpick. We definitely need to try it out.
My nose is itching. That's not a good sign.
Do you see that? There are scary eyes on the wall. Maybe it's a new monster, and you're not supposed to look at them? Although, we would have died long ago. Let's just keep going.
It suddenly got really dark. The perfect moment to scare us. Did you hear that? Ah!
Pooh, that was really scary. I hope you didn't wet yourself, because ahead of us awaits one of the bosses of this map. Seek.
Very funny. You screamed just as loudly as I did. Better prepare yourself mentally. We'll need to run and crawl through obstacles during the battle with the boss.
How do you know all this, Dobie?
To be honest, I've been preparing.
So you wouldn't be scared?
As you can see, it didn't help much.
Here it comes, it's starting. My paws are already sweating. Phew, let's go.
Run, run, run.
Don't worry, Dobie, we got this. The main thing is to stay alert.
I hope we won't get crushed by a wardrobe. Just don't look back or you might trip and fall.
Did you notice that during the boss battle, we also pass through doors because the room number increases?
That's true. It would be nice to make it all the way to the end of the game like this, because this boss is easier than the boss at the 50th door.
The main thing is not to get caught in the fire. Ouch, it seems like I just singed my tail.
Hooray, we did it. Look how we left him behind. He seemed quite slow. Let's tease him, ha ha ha.
Just be careful. The door might suddenly slam shut and we'll be left alone with him.
Looks like he slammed into the door at full speed, but serves him right. It seems like there are fewer and fewer of us, which doesn't make me happy, but it also shows that you and I are doing pretty well. Maybe we really will make it to the last door.
Meanwhile, we're almost to another boss. Figure. Oh, the lights are flickering again, but we already know what to do.
As far as I know, there are 2 types of monsters on this map that you need to hide from in the closet. The first one is Rush, and the second one is Ambush. The difference is that Ambush can fly by several times in a row, and you can't stay in the closet for too long.
Oh no, Dobie, this guy for some reason came out of the closet too early. I feel sorry for him. He probably blinked and thought the monster had already left. Sigh. Minus one more team member. Well, at least we got his lockpicks and lighter. Let's tell the guys an interesting story about how we saved the city from the cunning plan of a mad scientist to infect all electronic devices. This was the time when we, Sheriff Labradors and Dobie, decided to take a break from our usual work and head to the gaming club in the heart of the city. We couldn't afford to relax often, but sometimes we needed a bit of entertainment too. As soon as we entered the gaming club, we were surrounded by the sound of coins, flashing lights, and excited voices. We headed towards the arcade machines, and I noticed an old machine in the corner that always caught my attention.
We forgot about our work and got completely immersed in the world of arcade games. But suddenly, one of the machines malfunctioned. The screen started flickering and occasionally showed strange images that evoked horror and fear. People began to scream and panic.
We immediately realized that something was wrong. Dobie and I decided to check what was happening with this machine. When we approached it, I noticed a strange device connected to its back panel. It seemed to be some kind of signal transmission device.
While we were dealing with this, we received a call from the sheriff's office. It turned out that electronic devices throughout the city had started displaying similar symptoms. We realized that this was not a coincidence, but the cunning plan of some mad scientist.
We rushed to take action. Our top priority was to find this scientist and stop him before he caused even more damage to our city. We used all of our skills and resources to track down his whereabouts.
Thanks to our persistence and cooperation, we managed to find his hideout in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. He was attempting to activate his device to cause even more chaos, but we thwarted him just in time.
We arrested him and prevented a catastrophe. This incident reminded us that even during leisure time, we must always be vigilant and ready to act when necessary. And although this experience was scary and tense, we were able to overcome it together, like true partners and friends.
Yes, it's wonderful to be a sheriff and have such a loyal and wonderful partner like you. Here we go, Sheriff Labrador. We've reached the next boss. We need to prepare ourselves mentally because it's going to be very challenging.
So, dear friends, this video is coming to an end. If you want to see the continuation of our game, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hey everyone, it's Sheriff Labrador and Dobie here with you.
Yeah! Hi everyone, as you might have noticed, Joy is in the background. So today we need to escape from the Inside Out 2 prison.
By tradition, we enter the ventilation system in our cell. When will they upgrade the security system?
I think it's done intentionally to play with us while we go through the trials.
Interesting theory. So everything is deliberately planned to mock us. But they definitely don't know that we are professionals and will surely pass all the trials and defeat the final boss.
Labrador, it hasn't even been a minute, and we've already uncovered all the plans and secrets of this prison. It's not very exciting this way. I hope there's still something ahead that will surprise us.
Wow, here we are on the other side of the cell. I hope it's slower than us. What were you saying? Ah, of course, Dobie. You know what? Ahead of us lies a multitude of amazing puzzles that we'll need to solve. I believe we'll even uncover a couple more secrets of this prison, because not everything here is as simple as it seems.
Okay, I hope you're right, but we'll have to crawl through the ventilation shafts again. I hope they at least clean them from dust.
Okay, dust aside, you can find something even worse in there, like giant spiders. Brr.
I thought you weren't afraid of spiders. Anyway, we ended up in the men's restroom, so Joy definitely won't come in here unless she's hiding something from us.
It seems strange to me that there were no toilets in the entire restroom, but never mind. We've ended up in some underground shaft beneath the prison. There's even lava here.
It reminded me of when we played Minecraft together, and you almost fell into lava while searching for diamonds. Guys, if you want us to post a video of our adventures in Minecraft, be sure to like and comment about it.
Phew! It's tricky because you can't see where this lava waterfall will come from.
But despite that, we managed it. Great job! Well, the next challenge seems like it should be easier.
And I think just the opposite. Here, not only do you need to jump over the spikes, but also calculate the distance and stand on the edge.
But this challenge is a piece of cake for us too.
Oh no, there's a giant boulder, but for some reason it's not rolling towards us. Maybe it's stuck.
That's really strange because there doesn't seem to be anything blocking it. Oh well, let's move on.
By the way, I completely forgot to ask. Guys, have you already watched the second part of Inside Out? I personally really liked it.
I also really liked it. I'm even thinking of rewatching it sometime. Overall, I recommend you to watch it.
Oh no, this room is a trap with a dead end. I hope pressing the lever was saved.
What's Barry doing here? Is he locked in a cage too? You guessed it, the gates have opened. We just need to pass through without him noticing us.
Oops, he caught up with us. Maybe the items we have in our inventory can help us. For example, this cloak.
Wow, so it's an invisibility cloak. I think he can still see us a bit, but it's definitely throwing him off. Plus, this cloak increases our speed.
The cloak is cool, but in this challenge, it's not as useful anymore. Here, we need good reflexes.
The path is clear, we can go.
Whew, we dodged that skillfully. That was a trap from the developer.
Look, it seems we need to take this lift. It looks like it's straight out of the Stone Age. I don't think it's very safe, but we have no other choice. The main thing is to be ready for anything.
Oh, judging by the lightning bolt on this vending machine, I can guess what's about to happen.
Yes, we definitely know this drink. Get ready to jump.
Hey, Dobie, let's talk a bit more about Inside Out 2. I was really impressed with how the director portrayed emotions as individual personalities inside a person's head.
Yes, Labrador, that's essentially the most important aspect of the film. I liked how each emotion was vividly expressed and how they interacted with each other.
It was especially interesting to see how the director showed that each emotion has its own goals and tasks, and how they influence our behavior.
Absolutely. Each of them represented a kind of separate character with their own traits and reactions. This added depth to the understanding of the main character's inner world.
And I like the idea that the emotions work as a team to help the person make decisions. They don't always agree, but ultimately each of them plays their part.
Yes, it's like a mirror of our own experience. We often feel different emotions, and it's important to understand them and find a balance between them.
Exactly, Dobie. Inside Out 2 was not only an entertaining film, but also provided a lot of food for thought about how we perceive and manage our emotions.
I agree 100%. That's why such films are so important. They help us better understand ourselves and the world around us.
Well, Dobie, next time we have the chance, let's watch something similar.
While we were discussing the movie, we made quite a bit of progress. I think the mini-boss will be coming up soon.
Oh, I was wondering what those strange sounds were. I thought I was hallucinating, but it turned out to be some small metal balls. They were probably supposed to hinder us, but somehow they passed by without hitting us.
In this challenge, we need to shut off 3 valves. By the way, did you notice that we're exactly above the place where we were a minute ago?
Oops, I got distracted and stepped on a mine. Of course I noticed. It reminds me of Tower of Hell. If you want to see this place on our channel, let us know in the comments. Dobie, remember at the very beginning we talked about spiders and you were surprised I mentioned them? Well, I want to tell everyone the story of how we saved our town from an invasion of giant spiders.
I know what you're talking about. All right, let me start. It began like any other day. Labrador and I were patrolling the outskirts of town, enjoying the peace and quiet. But suddenly, I noticed something strange. Huge footprints leading into the forest. We decided to check it out.
When we followed the tracks, they led us to an abandoned building. Dobie, do you remember how we saw those massive webs and felt that something was off?
Yes, I immediately knew these weren't ordinary spiders. We carefully entered the building and discovered a giant spider's nest. And the worst part, it was full of its offspring, which were also enormous.
As we started investigating, it became clear that these weren't just giant spiders. They were exotic species meant for the zoo, but one had escaped along the way. In the wild, it stumbled upon some abandoned juice that somehow turned it into a giant.
Exactly. This spider found a secluded spot and began to grow to enormous sizes. But the worst part was that its offspring were also affected by this juice. They started growing huge and began spreading out, infesting homes and even attacking unsuspecting animals.
Hey, Dobie, while we were telling our story, we've reached the mini-boss, the boss of this prison. I can already see the weapon that will help us defeat him. The cloak is going to be very useful.
Let's go, Labrador. I think we'll handle him very quickly, especially since he looks so fat and clumsy.
Chew on this burger, take that.
His HP is going down quickly, what a shame. Hey, fatty.
Ouch, that hurt. It seems he's really quick on his little feet.
No worries, he couldn't even take us out in one go. The main thing is to keep a safe distance.
Just a little more, he's almost at 0. Oops, he threw something at us.
Hooray, he exploded.
He was very easy. I think it was meant to lower our guard, meaning the final boss is very close. So let's prepare to fight at any moment. But for now, we can continue our story. Where did we leave off? We knew we had to act fast. We called for backup and began devising a plan to capture and relocate these spiders. It took a lot of effort and time to track down and gather all the spiders. It wasn't easy, as they had spread all over the town.
We found the perfect place, a specially designated island where the spiders could live without posing a threat to the town. Together with our colleagues and zoo specialists, we managed to relocate all the giant spiders to this island.
It was a tough mission, but thanks to teamwork and determination, we managed to save the town from this menace. We knew we couldn't have done it alone. Teamwork and support were crucial.
Now the town is safe again, and we can be proud of overcoming such a challenging task. This story taught us a lot. It's important to be vigilant, act quickly, and always work together as a team.
Yes, and even though it wasn't easy, We're glad we could help our community and protect it from danger.
Labrador, I can see this challenge is significantly more difficult. I hope we can manage it on the first try.
I'm sure we'll succeed. After all, we've handled tougher challenges before.
Wow, we're so agile jumping over that beam. It's no wonder you've been into parkour since school.
Yeah, another challenge conquered for the record books.
And here's the final boss. Well, hello, Joy.
She's in a giant robotic suit with miniguns on her arms.
Great. They didn't forget to give us weapons. I think it's best to disable her weapons first, and then move on to destroying that suit.
We're doing really well. The first arm is almost detached.
Oops, she hit us a bit. We must be standing too close. We need to back up a few meters.
I can already feel the victory. By the way, did you notice that while we're shooting at her weapons, her main HP is also decreasing? That's working in our favor. Hooray!
Finally, we defeated her. That was the last and toughest challenge.
You can congratulate us with a like. Is it really not over yet? Maybe we need to drive away in that car.
Labrador, this adventure will stay with me for a long time. Thanks for being with me. You're a great partner.
Thank you so much, Dobie, for your kind words. But ahead of us, there are still more adventures because we're moving on to the next place. Hello, guys. As you can see, we are in a very pink prison, which means today we will be escaping from Hello Kitty.
Hello, everyone. Along the way, we will encounter many dangerous challenges, but I think we can handle it all because we are sheriffs.
And at the very end, we will face the final boss of this prison, Hello Kitty herself. So make sure to watch the video until the end, guys.
We've already managed to get out of our prison cell and are heading to the next challenge.
It looks like we'll have to crawl through the ventilation system for this. It's strange that this prison has such weak escape prevention. A vent leading to the exit right in the prisoner's cell. Good thing our police station has the best security system in the city.
I agree with you, Labrador. It would be much harder to catch criminals if they were constantly escaping. Meanwhile, we've reached the place we saw from behind our bars, but there's one problem. Hello Kitty is in our way.
It looks like we were too loud. We should have taken stealth courses, but at least we know how to run fast.
I wonder why all the cells here are empty. Could it be that everyone escaped before us? Hello Kitty should consider hiring some assistants.
Well, now we've added ourselves to that list. She's quite a lousy guard, but it doesn't matter, because we still have many interesting challenges ahead of us.
So, through another vent, we've ended up in the men's restroom. I don't think she'll come in here unless she's hiding something from us.
Even the men's restroom is all in pink colors. I have a feeling I'll be nauseous throughout this entire escape.
I blinked, and suddenly we're digging a tunnel in the bathroom. Hopefully, this isn't Hello Kitty's trap.
It looks like it's not a trap, but a secret mine shaft beneath the prison. I wonder if they dug it before building the prison or after. They were probably searching for diamonds here, but found lava instead.
Even the rocks in the cave are painted pink, and it's unnerving me. Why would they do that if no one can see it?
And I think it's their natural color. And the prison is built from these rocks. It's all about saving on painting costs.
Perhaps. I hear strange sounds.
You didn't imagine it. A giant molten boulder just rolled past us. It seems we need to time it right to find a safe place to hide from it.
Great. We made it in time. This was quite a straightforward challenge. I think the next one will be much harder and therefore more thrilling.
Maybe we should try to run straight to the end.
As you can see, that would have flattened us like a pancake. Sometimes it's not worth listening to spontaneous ideas.
Great job, Dobie. We're approaching the next challenge.
I think it's worth looking around.
Oh, he wasn't visible behind the column. Let's run into this room.
I see some kind of lever. Let's press it. Maybe it will help us escape.
It's stuck. This is a great opportunity.
Oh no, that wasn't fair. He's too fast, and there was no room to escape.
Don't worry, Dobie. There's nothing to be concerned about since all our progress has been saved.
Okay, it looks like that lever opened these gates for us. Good, we've escaped.
Listen, these stairs are mesmerizing me. Why did they make them multicolored?
I think it's intentionally designed to confuse us or make our heads spin so that we fall into that guard's trap.
I see an elevator ahead. This prison is so massive.
By the way, what do you think we were put in here for?
I don't know, Dobie. Maybe because we're too good at saving the city and have no competitors.
And how do you like this place? All the walls are pink, and above our heads are hearts and cute kittens. Why build such a gigantic prison at all?
Perhaps to maintain discipline and the mental balance of the inmates, but this is too extravagant even for prison architecture. Maybe it's part of a psychological rehabilitation program.
Maybe they're experimenting with new methods of correcting criminals here? Who knows? Maybe the next step will be a prison with cartoon heroes.
All right, Dobie, while we're here, we need to stay on guard. Maybe we'll have a chance to figure out why they put us here and how to get out of this pink fairy tale.
Yes, Labrador, let's hope for the best. For now, our task is not to miss the opportunity and find a way out of this cute but strange Hello Kitty prison.
Look, it says on the wall that you need a ladder. I think the storage room is the most obvious place for it.
I hope we won't have any problems with her not fitting through the doorway.
Dobby, do you remember how we recently forgot our tasers?
Of course.
Great, then let's tell how it was. This day started out as usual. Dobby and I were preparing to apprehend a well-known criminal, but in our haste, we forgot to bring our stun guns. By the time we arrived, the criminal already knew we lacked our primary means of apprehension. We had to quickly come up with a plan B.
Due to the absence of stun guns, we needed to be clever. I suggested to Labrador that we set a trap. We knew the criminal often hides in an abandoned warehouse with lots of corners and alcoves. We decided to set up a trap there using wooden crates and ropes.
We quickly built the trap, hid, and waited. When the criminal arrived at the warehouse, he unexpectedly fell into our trap. I immediately sprung out of hiding and blocked his escape route, while Dobie helped secure him.
The criminal was surprised and caught in the trap we improvised. Without stun guns, we successfully apprehended him using our ingenuity and quick reaction. This incident taught us to be prepared for anything, even when we don't always have all the necessary equipment at hand.
We only have one valve left to close.
By the way, it's been a while since we faced a boss. I have a feeling we'll encounter one very soon.
Hey Dobie, I was just thinking how lucky we are that Roblox exists. It's not just a game, it's a whole world of opportunities.
Absolutely, Labrador. Roblox is a real gem. I love that you can find a game for any taste there. If you want to shoot, go ahead. If you want something peaceful and calm, you'll find that too.
Yeah, and the most amazing thing is the ability to create your own games. Anyone can try their hand at being a developer. I think it's great for developing creative thinking and programming skills.
Exactly. And many kids have actually learned to program thanks to Roblox. It's incredible. Plus, there's always something new to find because users are constantly creating fresh content.
And don't forget about the social aspect. In Roblox, you can meet people from all over the world, make new friends, and team up. It really broadens your horizons and improves communication skills.
Yeah, I love playing Roblox with friends. It's a great way to spend time together, even if you're far apart.
Wow, meanwhile, we finally reached the long-awaited mini-boss, Hello Kitty's chef.
Quick, grab our weapons and shoot her right in the face.
Why was he placed so far from the entrance?
I don't know, but Hello Kitty's pretty slow, so it won't bother us at all.
Wow, this bazooka shoots food. I wouldn't mind having one at home in real life.
Did you see that? She just hit us with a tomato.
Very good. She has 1/3 of her HP left.
Let's go. Just a tiny bit left. She's insatiable. She's swallowed so much food already.
Why doesn't she just let us pass? Doesn't she realize we're stronger? Anyway, she had a choice. Hooray! We've left this prison without a chef. It's some achievement.
Oh, did you see how she exploded and threw us back several meters? Looks like we really overfed her, and she burst from it.
Well, as we head towards the final boss, let's remember the time we went mushroom hunting in the forest together. But at one point, everything went off script. Dobie and I decided to spend a day off in the forest, gathering mushrooms. It was a beautiful autumn day, and nature delighted us with its colors. We walked along the path, talking and enjoying the fresh air, when suddenly I noticed something unusual among the trees.
Labrador stopped and pointed to a barely noticeable trail leading deeper into the forest. We decided to check where it led, and soon we discovered a secret cave. Inside, we found many cages with various animals. They looked scared and weakened.
Deep inside the cave, we saw a laboratory. Strange instruments and devices were on the tables. Soon, it became clear to us that experiments were being conducted on animals here. In the distance, we heard noise. It was a mad scientist who seemed to be conducting another experiment.
We realized we needed to act quickly. We contacted other services and informed them of our discovery. Meanwhile, we had to come up with a plan to rescue the animals and deal with the scientist.
Dobie, it seems we'll have to postpone our story time because we've reached our final boss, the giant Hello Kitty robot.
Did you see how she was spinning around while waiting for us to approach? Maybe she's been waiting for us and got bored. No worries, she'll have a blast with us now.
Yes, I noticed that too. It looks like we need to shoot at her arms to make her bazooka arms fall off.
Hooray! We've shot off one bazooka. Just a little more to go.
Oh, come on, couldn't they give us a more powerful weapon?
That's it, Sheriff Labrador. These are the final shots.
Yay, we've been waiting for this for so long.
I'm also very happy about our victory. Damn! She exploded even harder. So, let's continue our story.
With pleasure. Our plan was simple. We had to distract the scientist until reinforcements arrived. I suggested creating a small commotion at the cave entrance to attract his attention, while Dobie would free the animals in the meantime.
I found some sticks and stones and began banging them against the cave walls, creating as much noise as possible. Hearing this, the scientist rushed to the exit to find out what was happening. At that moment, Labrador sneaked deeper into the cave and started opening the animal cages.
The animals were frightened, but when they saw that we were there to help, they started coming out of their cages. I led them towards the exit, where reinforcements had already arrived. The scientist was detained on the spot, and his laboratory was dismantled.
Our plan worked, and we managed to rescue all the animals. Thanks to our quick reaction and coordinated effort, the forest became a safe place again for all its inhabitants.
Well, Dobie, that was an amazing adventure. And you guys don't switch off, because we're moving on to the next place.
Hello, dear friends. Today, we're going to escape from an evil dog in Roblox. It's right behind me, but it's asleep, so we're safe for now.
Hello, everyone. Ahead of us are thrilling challenges and boss battles. By the way, if you know the name of this dog, be sure to write it in the comments.
Sheriff Labrador, let's jump on his belly.
Let's do it, but we need to be ready in case he wakes up.
Don't worry about that. I think he stuffed himself and watched TV all night.
It seems we need to get to the ventilation, but there's a small parkour course. Good thing I've been practicing parkour since school.
Oh no, you broke his mom's favorite vase. It seems like he's sleeping soundly. I hope he doesn't notice the shards when he wakes up.
We'll quickly sneak through and escape.
Great, now we need to overcome this giant room.
I see some metal platforms ahead. We need to press the button.
What do you think these trials are for in this dog's house? I don't think he's the one going through them, although they would be good physical exercises, which promote health.
Wow, look, it's a zip line. I used to ride one of these when I was a kid. Maybe it's all to ensure that no one can reach him and disturb his sleep. But here we are, trying to escape from him. Why he kidnapped us is indeed strange.
Look, he has a wife and kids. Why haven't we seen them?
And on the picture on the left, his friend is depicted Talking Tom.
I have a theory that we've entered a universe of talking animals. Perhaps this is a kind of hell, because no one would like to be forced to talk, especially to say exactly what you don't want.
Exactly. And that's why he built these trials to get as far away as possible from the fate of endless talking. Now we just need to find the others and figure out why we were kidnapped.
That's a possibility. It could be that they kidnapped us to replace them in conversations, so they can be free. Or perhaps they feed on other animals, and that gives them the ability to talk.
Or maybe they're just a little bit crazy.
This option is worth considering too. Let's focus on getting out of here and finding out what's really going on.
It looks like we need to climb into the ventilation system. This is the transition to the next location. Hopefully we'll encounter some new characters along the way.
It seems you're right. There's Talking Tom standing there.
Oops, he fell.
Get ready to run. I don't think he has good intentions.
Have you ever seen the Tom with red eyes? He looks like he's ready to flatten us like pancakes.
It feels like he's about to shoot lasers from his eyes. What if he really can do more than just talk? We'd need some interesting superpowers for detaining suspects then.
Why did he hide around the corner? Did he think he wasn't visible?
Perhaps he's a little dumb or just sleepy and not very spatially aware.
He has such funny teeth like a child's. You know, for some reason, he seems even cute to me.
Maybe the environment is starting to affect you. I hope you won't turn into one of them right now. Did all this hypnotize you or something?
I don't even know. I hope I won't get absorbed by this atmosphere. If something's wrong, let me know.
Of course. Back in the ventilation again. We already dealt with Tom. Let's see who awaits us next.
Looks like a children's room. Maybe it belongs to Ben's kid?
You guessed it. It's a girl. I wonder what her name is and if Ben's children are facing the same fate of constant talking like he is.
While you were talking, we fell right into her paws. Why did we get teleported back? I don't think she's as mean as Tom right now.
I think so too. If she wanted to bite us, she would have already gotten out of this grid. It has huge gaps between the bars.
Oh, so we found out her name is Lily. I don't see her brother's room here. Very strange. Is there any point in keeping them so far apart? Guys, write in the comments if you have a brother or sister, and if you share a room together.
Yeah, what if something happened to her brother, and here we are just casually talking about it? Also, perhaps this is precisely why everyone has gone mad and thinks we killed him.
Dobie, You're back to inventing theories again. It's only distracting us from the main goal. I think things aren't as bad with this place as you imagine.
It seems we've entered the central ventilation system, which provides oxygen to the entire complex. We could leave a surprise here.
Let's tell the guys the story of how you and I saved the city from the animal pirates instead. This story began when rumors started circulating in the city about strange events. Animals began behaving unusually, as if under the influence of something invisible.
Many of them fell into a strange trance, and some even disappeared without a trace. Labrador and I began an investigation, and soon discovered that behind all this were animal pirates who were planning to take over our city.
Our suspicions were confirmed when we discovered that the animal pirates had struck a deal with a company from another city to help them create a device capable of controlling the minds of those around them.
These pirates were cunning and well prepared, with a clear plan, and the backing of another company made their threat even more serious. We realized that if we didn't stop them, our city would fall into their hands.
The local scientist helped us determine that their device emitted a sound at a frequency inaudible to animals, but capable of inducing hypnosis and controlling them. We realized that standard methods of fighting crime wouldn't work in this case. So, we decided to create a device capable of absorbing sounds at a frequency that regular animals couldn't hear, and that could help us locate and destroy the enemy's device.
Creating this device was challenging, but we collaborated with the scientists to overcome the task. When we finally completed it, we set out to search for the pirate device, which was hidden somewhere in the city.
We roamed all the streets and alleys listening to the surrounding sounds until we finally noticed a strange signal that our sound-absorbing device picked up.
Oh no! Looks like he woke up and saw that we escaped. We headed toward the source of the signal and discovered the pirate device hidden in the basement of one of the abandoned buildings. We quickly dealt with the pirates' guards and destroyed their device. Thanks to this, the city was saved from capture, and the residents could sleep peacefully.
Yeah, we were awarded the Order of Bravery and even featured in the news. How I love my job. And you?
I also love my job very much. Being a sheriff is very exciting. Every day we face many trials and adventures, which gives rise to more and more new stories. It seems like even a whole lifetime wouldn't be enough to tell you all of them.
Ouch! The ventilation grill collapsed under our weight, and we're tumbling down.
In real life, falling like that would hurt. Your tumbling down reminded me of how I went sledding down a snowy hill during my winter vacation. It was a lot of fun.
I also plan to fly to a snowy country for my next vacation and thoroughly enjoy the beauty of nature and the cozy atmosphere.
And in the meantime, we've reached another parkour section, but this time someone has set up trampolines for us. That's very kind of them. Without the trampolines, I don't know how we would have climbed so high.
Just a little more, and we'll reach that button. I can't wait to face the main boss of this map. I think it will be Talking Angela since we haven't seen her yet.
I think it will be Talking Ginger, because I haven't seen a female main boss yet, and we also haven't encountered Ginger yet.
What kind of nuclear reactor does he have in his complex, and why does he need it? I hope he doesn't plan to destroy all living things.
You know, Labrador, sometimes I wonder how we both ended up on this path. I wonder what led us to choose the profession of sheriff.
Yes, Dobie, that's indeed an interesting question. I remember being fascinated by stories of heroes protecting their towns and loved ones since childhood. Especially inspiring were the tales from my grandfather, who served as a sheriff in his town. How about you? How did you come to this choice?
For me, it all began when I was a teenager. I always loved helping people and felt a desire to do something meaningful. One day, I met a sheriff who came to our school to talk about his work. I was so impressed by his stories of protecting people and maintaining order that I immediately realized, this is my calling. Remember our first operation together? We didn't know each other that well back then, but even then, we felt like we could rely on each other.
Yes, it was a test of endurance and we passed it. But you know, Dobie, I think being a sheriff is not just about skills and abilities. It's also about the desire to serve your community, to be part of something greater.
Well said, Labrador. We chose this profession because we wanted to protect and assist. Every day, we reaffirm our choice by seeing how our work makes the world a bit better and safer.
So, here we are, at this moment. We've reached the door behind which the main boss of this map awaits, and we were wrong about the main boss. It's actually the giant robot. Ben.
Let's shoot him right in the teeth.
I'll try shooting at his legs. Maybe that's his weak spot and he'll fall down.
What a coward Ben is. He didn't even bother to put up a fight at the end and just opted to make a giant combat robot.
It wouldn't surprise me if he's sitting in his chair right now, either asleep or watching TV with a mug of coffee in hand.
I hope it's not something stronger than coffee, and he's probably watching some football while we're here sweating. That's not fair.
Hooray! Congratulations to us. Leave us some congratulations in the comments. And now it's time for us to leave this crazy house of talking animals.
Hold on, but aren't we also talking animals? Maybe it's related to our abduction. They wanted us to be part of the app about talking animals too. Guys, would you play such a game?
You're back with your scary theories again. Look, our motorcycle won't start. It would be funny if it ran out of gas.
Guys, it's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our escape from the talking animals.
Yes, don't forget to leave comments, like, and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. Also, check out our other videos and let us know what else you'd like to see us play. Hello, dear friends. Today we will be escaping from the evil dog head.
But we won't just be escaping. We need to help the mama cat find her kittens. There are 7 kittens in total.
Don't forget to like the video. Well, let's get started. She says there will be monsters waiting for us, but we already know who they are. Maybe they'll see us and think we're one of them.
I hope we don't find out the answer to that question from inside one of them. But that would be amusing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They came out so suddenly, I didn't expect them around the corner at all.
Look, we found a purple key on the ground. That means there's a purple hole nearby. I mean, a purple lock.
We found it. It seems there's a spawn point here for a reason. Let's go in.
Okay, it seems you're right. We need to do some parkour, but if we fall, we'll be eaten by the giant evil dog head.
It's interesting how she got in here, considering the doors are so small.
Oh no, we fell right next to her. Luckily, she's clumsy due to her size. It must be very cramped for her here. I don't think she was put here intentionally. She was probably born and raised here.
I even feel a little sorry for her. It seems she's never even seen sunlight. That's probably why her eyes are red.
Phew, we landed very lucky on another parkour element, so we won't have to go back far.
Yeah, Sheriff Labrador. Luck is one of the main factors in parkour.
It turns out this block falls too. It's fortunate that having good reflexes gives you a chance not to fall.
Reflexes are indeed good, but it seems like it was too slippery there to get a grip.
Yeah, I also wanted to say that I think luck is needed all the time. Not just in parkour, but in life in general.
Rightly observed, Labrador. We've already passed the parkour. Somewhere around here is the lost kitten.
Here he is. Poor thing, sitting in the cage and crying. We need to quickly take him back to his mama cat. He might be hungry.
It seems we're headed into this portal. It wouldn't be cool to go through the parkour again in reverse.
Here's your little one, mama cat. Try not to lose track of them again. Now, let's go find the rest.
I hope this time it won't be as scary to find the key.
I'm afraid, Dobie, they might have gotten even angrier and called their friends so we couldn't rescue the others.
Yeah, let's try going left. Maybe there are fewer of them that way.
Wow, a banana. Maybe it's also some kind of special key.
It looks like it's a lure in case we get hungry.
Oh no, run! There are so many of them that the screen is shaking as they run.
When will we find the key already?
Here it is, finally. We found the key in the door right away.
Oh no, be careful. Go around them along the wall.
We managed to slip through. It's a good thing we're so agile.
I think there's a bone parkour here. I'm afraid to find out whose bones they are from.
Why is there a bone on the left if you can just... I got it. It was a scam.
Labrador, usually when people say scam, they mean an online deception for money.
Well, Dobie, now I know. By the way, what if the bones are here intentionally and they knew we'd come and gnaw on them? Did they think it would be so easy to bait us?
Unlikely. I have only one question. Why did they dress us up as cats? What if they had seen that we were dogs? They wouldn't have been hostile towards us.
Unfortunately, we won't find out because it's impossible to take it off. It's stuck.
I hear some sounds too. We need to get to the source. Maybe it's hypnotism for the kitten.
Perhaps. Here's the source, the head of the evil dog. It seems to be a fake. And in fact, it's a speaker.
It's emitting very strange sounds, as if it's a signal for aliens or a call for other crazy dog heads.
Hooray! Come on, little kitten. We'll take you back to your mom now.
I wonder where the father of these kittens is.
I hope he's safe. And those weren't his bones there.
Here's another kitten. Only 5 left to find.
Let's keep going and search for the keys.
It seems like this isn't a key. Why do we need a toilet?
This is a teleporter. It's strange that it's in the toilet. Maybe we're in the sewer.
Judging by the fact that we just jumped into the water, that's true. Oh, look, it's the evil doghead fish. How does its head not tip over?
It seems we need to somehow navigate around these air currents so we don't get pulled up towards the dogfish.
Yeah, I see a spot where we can swim through. The main thing is not to rush and hold our breath well.
Oops, looks like she can swim. I thought she was just standing still.
Hey, Labrador, what do you think this place is, and how did we end up here?
I have no idea, Dobie. It's definitely weird. Why are mama cat's kittens locked up in cages guarded by the heads of evil dogs? And why do we need to go through all these trials to reach them?
It seems they chose us precisely because they know we're the best sheriffs. Maybe these dog heads were once ordinary, kind dogs, but something went wrong with an experiment, or they were intentionally made like this. But who and for what purpose could create such a strange place?
Perhaps it's the work of some mad scientist or a group of pranksters. Or maybe it's part of some larger experiment. Regardless, our priority right now is to figure out how to navigate through these challenges and rescue those kittens.
Agreed. It seems that each trial is designed to test our skills and problem-solving abilities. We'll save these kittens and uncover the mystery of this strange place.
Hold the kitten, let's go find the next one.
I hope they're okay and still alive after all this time. But I don't think kittens would taste good. Plus, they're small and bony.
Great, another key. The door must be nearby.
There it is. Hurry up.
All right, what's up this time? These trials are really exciting.
There is a lot of dirt and stones around. Are we underground?
Look, we stepped on some strange material and it disappeared right under our feet. Just hope there's no trap like in Minecraft when you dig below yourself.
I hope the kids aren't claustrophobic. Let's make the atmosphere a little less gloomy by telling the kids a story about how there was a feud between cats and dogs in town. But we managed to band together to prevent something terrible from happening. It was a tense time in our city. Dogs and cats were at each other's throats, constantly bickering and fighting over territory and resources. It seemed like there was no end to the animosity between them.
Indeed, Dobie. The situation was dire. The streets were filled with growls and hisses, and it felt like the city was on the brink of chaos. But then something unexpected happened.
One day, a series of mysterious disappearances occurred. Dogs and cats from all over the city were vanishing without a trace. At first, we thought it was just the usual conflicts escalating, but it soon became clear that something more sinister was at play.
We knew we had to act fast. Despite the long-standing animosity between our two species, we realized that we were all in this together. We couldn't let our differences divide us any longer.
So, we put aside our rivalry and joined forces to investigate the disappearances. Working together was challenging at first, but as we delved deeper into the mystery, we discovered evidence pointing to a common enemy.
Hooray! We saved a kitten! It turns out that a group of rogue animals, neither dog nor cat, was behind the disappearances. They were trying to sow discord among us, using our differences against us to further their own agenda.
But we weren't about to let them succeed. With the help of our fellow dogs and cats, we tracked down the culprits and put an end to their scheme. In doing so, we realized that despite our differences, we were stronger together.
How sneaky! There was an evil doghead waiting for us right behind the door. I'm very glad that now cats and dogs in our city no longer harbor hatred towards each other.
I completely agree with you. Look, we found a door and immediately found the key. Very convenient.
While we were looking for that door, we found another key. Since we found another door as well, let's go through this one.
Labrador, I just remembered another interesting story. I always love spending time in the forest, enjoying nature, and collecting mushrooms. One warm autumn day, I decided to go for a walk in the woods alone. Labrador was busy with city affairs, and I thought some solitude wouldn't hurt. As I walked along the narrow path, I relished the fresh air and the vibrant colors of the autumn leaves. Soon, I stumbled upon a clearing with magnificent white mushrooms, and I began gathering them into my basket. Suddenly, I heard a strange noise coming from deep within the forest and decided to check it out. As I got closer, the forest came alive. The tree branches seemed alive and were moving as if trying to grab me. In a panic, I started looking for a way back, but the path had disappeared. Gathering all my courage, I continued forward, hoping to find a way out.
Oh no, we made a mistake. We've been here before.
Suddenly, I stumbled upon a deep pit filled with water and saw a large bear heading towards it. I froze, not daring to breathe. While the bear drank, I slowly and quietly began to retreat. But one of the branches under my foot snapped, and the bear looked up, staring straight at me. My basket of mushrooms fell from my hands, and I ran. I dashed through the forest, avoiding branches, until I burst onto a familiar clearing where the path leading out of the forest began. My heart was pounding, but I kept running until I reached safety. When I finally emerged from the forest, I was exhausted, but happy to have avoided danger.
Very engaging story with an unexpected twist, Dobie. Thanks for sharing it with us. Well, we found another key and are hurrying to open the penultimate door. Let's hope everything's all right with the kittens.
I see him behind the glass wall. We need to figure out how to reach it.
It looks like we'll have to do some parkour on the rocks. By the way, it really reminds me of the floor is lava mode. Guys, be sure to check out the video about this mode on our channel.
I'd like to take this golden key and melt it down. It could fetch a pretty penny. Something tells me there's a spawn point here for a reason.
You're right, the evil dog ate us.
How I love my job. From the outside, it seems very difficult. To some extent, it is. But when the work is enjoyable for you, all the difficulties seem trivial. It's always fun when you have such a cool partner like you, Labrador.
Very kind words, Dobie, thank you. You're a great partner too. But it seems like this is the last kitten.
Old Mama Cat, never lose your kittens again. Our adventure is coming to an end.
Here we are, finally out of that dreadful place and having done another good deed. It feels so satisfying. Anyway, thanks to everyone for watching. Feel free to suggest more games for us to play in the comments. Like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. But for now, we won't say goodbye.
See you later.